Traditional Turkish life.
Wow, wow, wow.
In here, you know, we have 3 different type fruit wines.
Who are we to refuse wine, right?
This dog's officially joining the Tread the Globe team. I think what we need to do is have a couple of plans for our mind.
We're Marion and Chris, and we've been travelling full time since May 2018. We'll just see how it goes. I don't know.
Whilst attempting to drive around the world in Trudy, our home on wheels, this happened.
All British travellers abroad are advised to return now.
As borders closed around us, we decided to wait it out in Turkey until we were able to continue our adventure east.
Welcome to Turkey!
We are off to the nearby village of Şirince, which everybody's told us if we come to Ephesus we should definitely go and have a look at. So there you go, you can see the coastline, and Ephesus is just down there. What a view from up here. Up into the mountains we go.
We were just laughing about the roads, the mountain roads, when we went up to see the tea plantation.
Yeah.
I was like, not again!
These roads are nothing compared to the tea plantation. We are both calm. If you haven't seen it, you should. Mama! Okay, so we've parked up and we have arrived in the town of Şirince, up here in the hills, famed for its wine. So we're going to go and have a little look around. Located 8 kilometers east of Seljuk. It's got a lovely feel to it already. We've just arrived. Like so many places, we say little cobbled streets. A real rural feel of Turkey here. The restaurants seem to be closed, as most parts of Turkey, due to the curfews.
Most of the which places you want to see, you know, this side.
Okay.
And there's mint as well.
Mint and spices.
Wow, wow, wow. You need to be steady on your feet because the cobbled streets are a little bit uneven, but it's just glorious. It's got so many beautiful, colourful places with loads of little ceramic designs on the buildings. The stonework's been painted white. There's loads of little things for sale which are really brightly coloured. You could be in the middle of summer. It's the sun's out. Oh, it's starting to warm my heart again. I'm not very good in the cold weather. That's why we live in a van and we travel. But feeling this heat and knowing we're going to try wine, I'm feeling better already. Hello, how you doing?
And there's all these lovely little houses and sort of boutique-y traditional hotels. There's a real Ottoman influence with the architecture. Restaurants with views. Look!
View.
Looking over the valley. An old fire, by the looks of it, some traditional fireplace.
Maybe for bread.
Yeah.
Nice. And pide.
Pide.
We love pide.
They've got dried herbs outside here. It's a really nice
Beautiful.
little village. These lovely little cafes.
Oh wow, look at that. Wow, look at Turkish. Oh,
Turkish coffee. Oh, nice.
look at the view.
Wow. How amazing and pretty are these buildings here. Look at that. It's lovely. You can hear the chickens singing out traditional Turkish life.
Mountain village life. It must have been it must be really hard in the winter. And
It is winter though.
But like the hard winter, maybe they have snow here, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But it's just glorious. All the trees changing colour. It's just phenomenal, isn't it?
I mean,
Don't you think so?
at the moment it's end of November and I'm in a t-shirt,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it would be cold in the evening. Look at all this fresh produce and dried herbs. Lovely. Hi.
5 TL for your best punnet of strawberries.
You choose the
You
best.
choose.
Will you tell me? Because I don't know what they're supposed to look like.
Take this one.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So we just bought some mountain strawberries.
These ones are the best punnet. Exciting.
They look good.
This is against the corona.
Oh, it's good for corona?
Yeah.
You eat this,
Eat this, you're invincible.
corona goes away from you.
We were in Gelibolu and somebody told us if you drink lots of raki, you'll be fine.
Raki, maybe.
With some strawberries in it.
We're
it's like
good.
the best cure.
We're good.
It's like the best cure ever.
There you go. Wow.
This is a nice wine shop.
This building is 350 years old.
350 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. So we've come into this wonderful little wine shop here in Şirince. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
They-
Şirince Village.
Şirince Village. And it's famous for wine. So we were walking along and this gentleman said, you have to come and try the wine. So who are we to refuse wine, right?
It would be very rude to say no.
There you go. So we've got, these are some of the local wines here.
In here, we have 3 different type fruit wines. First, the concentrate fruit ones is from the fruit companies. They have fruit juice companies. They have a concentrate.
Yeah.
30% concentrate fruit, 70% water, sugar, and ethyl alcohol is cheapest ones like these. Mid quality, which is 50% fruit itself, 50% is grape juice. Also, we have a natural ones. By the government, they have natural stamps. There's no sugar, 100% fruit. I want you to try some natural one and mid quality. We can get the experience of it. Black mulberry is one of the most famous one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's wild to grow around here.
So all of these fruits are locally.
Locally just grow. This is 100% fruit.
Oh, it smells really fruity, lovely.
Gorgeous.
It's nice like a dessert wine.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
You can tell the fresh fruit.
Beautiful, it fresh, it tastes natural.
Second, we will try also black mulberry, but mid quality. What's the difference? This is 50% fruit, 50% grape juice, sugar, and ethyl alcohol, little bit added.
Oh, it smells completely different.
It does smell different. Yeah, that's a much stronger flavour.
Phil, you don't have to be master for it, just
Yeah.
you can understand.
Yeah.
for it
The other
like
one's a
that.
lot smoother.
Yeah, I think wine, that is wine, isn't it? You can, everybody has a different, whether they're like dry or sweet and for me, that is, the first one was beautiful, really sweet.
But these are mid quality 50 lira.
50,
Yeah.
okay?
And it's cheapest ones, these are, which is made from concentrate, 35-40.
So we couldn't resist buying a couple of bottles of wine for later. So we got wine and strawberries and another friendly dog following us. Marianne is a bit like the animal whisperer. Şirince was a lovely little town, village to walk around. So now we've jumped back in Trudy and we are going to go and find a campsite to park up because we need to catch up on some very much needed washing.
Yeah.
And I would love to have a long shower and do all the things that we managed to do in campsites. So we're going to spend the weekend.
Starting route to Izmir and Yo 300.
There you go. That's where we're
Head north
going.
onto 19
So we found a campsite about 7.5 miles away. Welcome to Attila's. This dog is officially mental.
No,
Hey.
this dog's officially joining the Tread the Globe team.
Hey, you nutty dog. What are you doing?
He's cleaning the floor for me. Don't stop him.
He's eating all the crumbs from lunch. Look at you guys.
We would like to say a massive, massive thank you to Surfshark VPN for continuing to sponsor us on our Around the World drive.
For those of you that don't know what a VPN stands for, it stands for Virtual Private Network. Basically, it creates an encrypted tunnel which keeps your private data secure.
So why is that important?
Even as full-time van lifers, we still need to access sensitive information online, like our bank accounts. If you're anything like us, very often we use public Wi-Fi. And by using Surfshark VPN, we know that our sensitive data is being kept safe. Can you just imagine the stress of realizing that your bank accounts have been hacked and you are on the other side of the planet?
But there are other benefits too.
Surfshark VPN allows you to unlock content that wouldn't normally be available in your local area. All you need to do is simply change the server location and
Hey presto!
you've just unlocked new content. We're delighted to tell you that by using the code TREADTHEGLOBE, you get a massive 84% discount and 4 months free.
In fact, all you have to do is click the link in the description below. We've been super lucky. Obviously at the lockdown times, you know, with the curfew thingy going on, we reached out to these guys at Attila's Getaway. It's closed season. It's actually a hostel style hotel. And we reached out and said, can you have us for the weekend? We'd love to pop in for the weekend. Weekends tend to be work for us. And Attila very kindly messaged me back and said, come on down, we'd love to welcome you here. First thing we did is we plugged in with our electric, we emptied our toilet, so we're really lucky. It's very tricky in closed season and in pandemics to find places that are open. While camping is really super easy here in Turkey, there are loads of places that you can just pull over. We're really enjoying being able to wild camp, but we needed a bit of a pamper weekend. Chris needs a shave, I need to dye my hair, so we're excited to come and have a pamper weekend. I would love to be here in the summer. In fact, our friends Sam and Andy and their kids were here in the summer, and apparently the most of the time they spent here was in the swimming pool. Obviously it's closed now, so the pool is empty, and although it's warm today, it's probably about maybe 18 degrees. It's a nice clear sky, it's very warm, but when that wind comes up and as soon as the sun goes down, it drops down to about 4 degrees and it is really chilly. Some people have been saying, how are you handling the cold? We're not cold in Trudy, but outside it is cold. In fact, I've taken my socks off again today because it's warmed up to 18. I think one of the second things that I did as soon as we got here, we came down to the showers by the swimming pool, and inside there are 4 showers. They're quite big. There's, as you can see there's like a rack to put your soaps on, there's a shelf to put your clothes and your stuff. So they're quite big cubicles. The water pressure is great. It's heated by solar. And then there's a mirror here and a sink as well. Just next door to the shower block there is a toilet block. They only have 4 showers and 3 toilets, and that's because those are for people that are using the swimming pool, because there are so many rooms here. It's like a hotel hostel, so if you're coming to Ephesus you can get transport to here, or if you hire a car and come to here, they also have a free shuttle bus to Ephesus. Next to the swimming pool they've also got a pool table. I'm not going to even try and thrash Chris at pool because he always beats me. One of my favourite bits about going to hostels is the community areas, and here they've got lovely bench seating everywhere. There are places with nice soft cushions you can relax in. They also have a more formal big dining room table that Attila's mum actually will make food as well if you want food. So everybody can just hang out here. Obviously, world pandemic, closed season, it's not the time for us to do that, but I would love to be here in the summer and not during a world pandemic, and just hang out because it's a very, very cool place. Up this end of the building, they've got like a communal area for dinners, and food is available here as well. And also, as a vanner, obviously one of our biggest problems is getting our laundry done. Especially in Turkey, we haven't really found that many laundrettes. There's dry cleaning services, but not laundry. But here they have a bank of washing machines and big washing lines, so that's great. They do their own laundry service here as well, which is fab, and they give you bags to put your laundry in that you can keep. So I'm using those as packing cubes in Trudy, and it's only 20 TL per load, which is £2, which is like a very, very good price. And then they've got all these private rooms here that they're just doing some work on here, that if you come here in the summer and you decide you want to stay, you can as the hostel, and then the rest of the big building is more of a hotel. So it's a really, really, really good place to be. It's so close to Ephesus and all the surrounding things here that you need to see.
Look at this view. So you can see the nearby town here with the fort, the castle on the hill, and Ephesus is literally just behind, up over this hill here in this direction. It's not far at all. There's a pool table, so I think me and Marianne should have a little game of pool. Why not?
I'm gonna lose. You always beat me.
I'll let her win. I won, and I even let her have 2 shots to my 1 shot. Although I played so bad. I haven't played for about 15 years. I used to be, when we used to own a pub, I used to be in our pool team.
I am a rubbish loser. I don't want to play again.
Oh, there's an article on the newspaper here.
Okay, what's it say?
Turkey expected to unveil more restrictions amid surging cases.
What, the curfews? More curfews?
Yeah. So we've just seen that there's an article in the Daily Sabah, which is an online newspaper here in Turkey, saying that the government is meeting to talk about new restrictions because the numbers of COVID here are going up quite a lot. I think there was 30,000 cases announced yesterday. They're talking about possible weekend lockdowns, possible district or province lockdowns, or there is talk on there that they could consider doing something during the week as well.
We've got a few people that are messaging us, keeping us informed. We're here at Attila's. He was saying he'll have a look at the news again later. I think what we need to do is have a couple of plans for our mind, because obviously it's a little bit unsettling. It's a little bit awkward.
The problem is most of the campsites are closed as well.
Yeah.
So that finding somewhere to park up, if you're not allowed to go anywhere with water and toilets and...
Yeah. Well, Attila's very kindly said we can come back or stay here if it all goes to poo.
Yeah, exactly.
We've also been messaged by a guy who knows his wife's friend has a campsite in Bodrum who is happy to host us if we get down there.
We should contact that.
So I'll contact them and just check they're open, and then as we go down towards our goal of going all the way to Hatay, maybe we should just see
Have some options
have
of
some
campsites up
options.
the sleeve just in case.
Maybe I'll start contacting a few campsites on the south coast,
Yeah.
the whole length of the south coast, to see when they're going to be opening. But even if it closes down fully like it did last time, we were able to go and get food if we needed to. It's literally...
Oh, they'll let you go out for food.
Yeah, it's literally
just-
having a location, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
got something.
it's the location that's
Yeah.
that's the issue. So the uncertain times seem to be starting up again, which is expected because we always expected a second wave here.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch this space. There might be another 90 days lockdown in a van, but at least we won't be in Istanbul this time.
Yeah. Although it was very nice to be warmly welcomed. There was a lot of stress in a city. It's quite stressful, isn't it, being in a van in the city?
Well, in a car park, it's noisy. It's
Yeah.
it's obviously easier to be out in the country somewhere.
Being a bit more nature.
Exactly. Right, watch this space. We'll come back to you shortly.